Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to replace a kitchen faucet. Now this is a single handle faucet. You can also get two handles. So the two handles is what's covered up by the plate. But guys, this is very simple. If you know what you're doing and if you have the tools, you can definitely do this on your own. So what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright guys, this is our material list. So we have our faucet. We have our weight for the wand, deck plate. We have our plumber's putty. Guys, this is what we need to do this job. So what we'll do now is the tools list. Alright guys, this is our tools list. So we have the finishing kit. Really, I think all I need is a basin wrench and then ratchet wrenches. Otherwise, I've got putty and other stuff in case I need it. We'll see what we need when we get moving along here. Alright guys, so in this case I've already loosened this off, but we have a nut here and then we have a plate here. This is very similar to a single handle bath faucet, but we're going to loosen this off until that's loose. The next thing that I need to do is we're going to take off our supply line. So we have one there. And then the other one is there. I believe that this is a 5/8. Alright, so we'll take our crescent wrench. Alright, so we've disconnected our lines. Alright guys, we need to disconnect this. Otherwise we won't get it out. So it's just it's a quick release. Just push on the button. And now what we can do is we can pull the faucet out. And just like that, we have taken the faucet out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this all up. And then we'll take a look at our new faucet. Alright guys, so we'll put our plate. It has a gasket on the bottom. So we'll put that there. And then we'll put our lines in through the hole. So guys, make sure that the symbol is on the very front. Guys, this is our pieces, so this will go on the bottom. The ring will go on next. And then what you do is you thread this thing on, you spin it on, and then once it's tight, you tighten these down, and then that's going to put pressure on here. Alright guys, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this onto here. So what you do is you slide the ring up, you slide this in, and then you slide the ring down. I can't do it holding the camera. Alright, so that's what it looks like with this on. So guys, what we need to do is we need to put the weight on it. So this is our weight. The weight goes on our faucet. So what you have is you have a Phillips there, and then you have a Phillips there. So you take it apart and then you just clamp it around. Alright guys, so we'll loop our hod around onto our stomp. Next is our cold. And guys, when you do your lines, make sure that you are not going to get caught on your pull-out wand line. Alright, so I'm going to tighten these down and then we'll take a look. Alright guys, when you're tightening up these lines, make sure that you don't kink the actual supply line. If you kink the line, you can either have low flow, or when you're using it, it can be quite loud. And then one other thing is, make sure that this is not going to catch on anything, so it won't be something like that. Because the way this is supposed to reset, alright, so everything looks okay. So what we'll do is we're going to turn the water on and check for leaks. Alright guys, so we're going to turn our hot on. So guys, once again, for these types of valves that keep going, not a quarter turn, go all the way and then just give it a quarter turn back, and this is a quarter turn. Alright, so everything looks good. We'll check and see what it looks like. Alright guys, this is our faucet. You can see how it's on an angle like this. That's because the countertop underneath is all rotted out. But we'll turn it on. And guys, now is also the time to check for any leaks. Alright guys, we'll do our final check. That's okay. That's alright. That's alright there. That's good there. We don't see anything dripping from the top. Alright guys, everything looks good. So we'll clean up and then we'll do an overview of this job. Alright guys, and that concludes this project. So for a kitchen faucet, really, I think anybody can do this. You don't need to cut or measure anything. The most that you would need is a basin wrench to get the nut off. But other than that, I mean, guys, this is really, it's a remove and replace. It's really straightforward. It's really simple. The putty I didn't need because there is a foam gasket underneath the trim plate. But I would say, as a rule of thumb, don't take this as being normal. It depends on the manufacturer. In this case, this was a American Standard. Now guys, I've said to make a note of what kind of faucet you have. On either the hot or the cold, one of the two on this faucet, they did have the model, so you don't need to make a note. But make sure that you write it down somewhere in the cabinet, like tape it to the bottom of the sink, so if you have a problem, at least you can get a cartridge. Guys, the time on this job, the time was under an hour. I mean, it was relatively straightforward. There were no hiccups. It was just a tight space to work in. The cost of the faucet, the cost was, I think, about $150. I didn't supply this faucet, but being American Standard, I think it's in the $150 range. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope something here is going to make your faucet replacement that much easier when you need to go ahead and do that. Guys, until next time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next project.